welcome to the Treehouse. This is Kag with another View from Above reading for August 15th, 2024, which is a Thursday. And I double-checked the calendar today for this reading. So this morning, we're going to do a reflection reading for Thursday with kind of looking at the energies for the rest of this work week for those of you who are working outside or inside the home, because we're all working, taking care of stuff. I have shuffled the cards deeply this morning, and we're going to use my Queen of Swords deck. And I want to talk about two things while I get these shuffled and laid out. And the first thing is about the idea that we are reading the cards. And the woman with whom I have been studying tarot talks about looking at the cards for all its rich symbolism and reading how they are together. And it's much like reading a book. And really what the cards are doing is they are telling us a story. And this wants to resonate into my second point, which is about how they resonate with us. And I know that I try to remember to say every time we do a reading that you are to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And that is because the story is being told for the collective. And hopefully, one or two cards will resonate with you, will make sense to you for where you are in your day today. But what I also want to point out is, and in this reading in particular, we're talking about a little bit of future energy. And it's always free will. We can have a big debate about whether there's free will or not, but the idea that you can take what means something to you, you get to choose. You always have the power to say, yep, that reading doesn't work for me, and I'm not going to pay any attention to it today. But also when we lay out this reflection spread, which I'm going to do right now, there is that future energy card that we put over here. And what I want to say about that is, for those of you who are Star Wars fans, I am saturated with Star Wars, but talk about Yoda saying the future is always in motion. And that is true for all of these readings as well. And so just to recap, we look at, in the reflection spread, we're looking at you today, what needs to be integrated, what crosses, hate that word, or challenges you, kind of what's the undergirding psychology in your head today, past influences currently on your conscious mind, and if nothing changes, this is the future energy. But all we have to do is tweak one little thing and the future is going to be different. So when you look at other readers that are talking about the future, keep that in mind as well. There's always free will to take or leave whatever is on the table. And there's always the chance that something that you will do differently here will affect the outcome. Okay, so let's get started with the reading today. This is us. There we are. We are the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving energy. He is a card of action, but of all the knights, he is the one who is solid, dependable, steady, not moving really fast, but really being thoughtful about how to do what it is that he is wanting to do about his resources. And remember, again, pentacles are not just money, they're all your resources. So what is our integration piece today? And that is the Three of Swords, which typically gets called the heartbreak card. Maddie Albruna, my mentor, says, think about these three swords as the swords again as words and logic and things that we need to say from the heart. So maybe there's something that you need to speak about this project, what you are doing today, that is hard to say, but that it needs to come from the heart. So integrate your genuine feelings into that which you communicate. And remember that Mercury is retrograde, so be a little bit thoughtful about how you speak, because sometimes it can be taken wrong, especially when Mercury is retrograde. I know that makes everybody laugh. It makes my husband laugh, but whatever. Anyway, here is the undergirding energy of your subconscious, and that is the Four of Swords, which is really a wonderful card, I think. This is the inside of a church, and you can see the stained glass window there. And we've got three swords pointing down, much like in the Three of Swords here, and one sword at rest.
this is not a person, this is an effigy. This church is sort of reminiscent of the Crusades, and when the son of the household was going to go off to war, frequently they would make a mausoleum for him. Wouldn't have been a her because girls didn't get to go, to remember his sacrifice to go into the battle. So this is about your legacy. It is about what it is that you are doing that people will perhaps remember you for. It is about pausing to consider what it is that you are doing that has some long-term ramifications. And it is a cooler place. It's also a place of repose where some healing can take place. So this is a very calm subconscious place for you as you consider what it is that you're doing. So this really ties nicely together as far as taking your time and really being consideration of the long-term meaning of whatever it is that you are doing here. So the influences from the past, the Star card. The Star card comes after the Tower. So the Tower, we talked about that last week. The Tower is the unexpected disruption of a structure that you counted on. And the Star is about wishes and it's about hopes. So once things have collapsed, we're like, okay, well, so that's not working for me anymore. What is it that I hope to accomplish? What is it that I wish for myself at this point? So maybe you wish for a new toaster. I don't know. Depends on what that Tower was that perhaps happened last week. But this is a very balanced card. She is pouring water not only into the lake here, but she's pouring it onto the ground. And there's the mountain of your highest potential in the back and 8 cards in the sky. And the ibis bird from the Egyptian mythology in the tree behind her. So this is the past influence that has caused you to start moving slowly in whatever endeavor we're looking for here. And if you will recall, the cards from yesterday had to do with a rich opportunity. And so perhaps you're moving ahead on that rich opportunity, which followed up the Tower in the previous day. So on your conscious mind today is the World, which is the end of the cycle in the major arcana, and also ties back to the fact that we had the Tower and the fact that we had the Fool. And right, that is the end of a cycle. And so when a new cycle begins, we have the end of an old cycle. And so there's a little overlap while we do the integration between what has closed and what is going to open. So you're looking about that today. Let's look at the future influences. So if nothing changes here, but that's not likely, right? If nothing changes here, we've got the Queen of Wands. Again, I think we had her yesterday also in the middle of your present energies. The Queen of Wands is the get it done queen. She's got the confidence, she's got the drive, she's got the energy, she's popular. She is basically who we all wanted to be in high school, right? The one that everybody really loved. But I do want to point out that she's got a black cat down there at her feet. So references to cat ladies everywhere. And she's got the sunflower, and that's a giant yes. That is an affirmation from the sun. So this is the energy going forward into the day. This is what the future holds, is that kind of energy. And overall, this looks like a pretty positive reading. I think looking at your project slowly but surely, speaking your mind, being thoughtful about the future ramifications, thinking about what those wishes and hopes are for the future as you close out whatever has happened, and moving ahead with confidence and determination. So let's look at Meriwether's card this morning. And this is the 8 of Pentacles. That's actually one of my favorite cards in the deck. This is a guy who is a master at what he does. He knows how to make those coins 100 miles an hour. The danger of this card is that you can spend way too much time working. So this being a Thursday reading, be thoughtful about getting your work done so that you can have some rest and relaxation with your little confident self later on in the week. He's actually left the town behind, and he's out in his outdoor workshop, and he is minting those pentacles like 100 miles an hour. He's got it down. He knows how to do that. So have some confidence about what you are doing here, and move into the week end, right, the end of the week, with some joy, some determination, some confidence, and speak from your heart carefully, right, because Mercury's retrograde. So that is what I have for you for today. I'll reiterate to take what resonates and leave the rest. And remember that the future is always in motion, always good wisdom from Yoda.
And I wish you a happy day and welcome you back tomorrow for another reading at the Treehouse, A View from Above. Blessings.